selection, which makes it a unique enterprise as far as restaurants are concerned. You don't have to buy the whole bottle. You can get a nice glass of your favorite wine. Really enjoy yourself. Make a reservation at 702-407-0019. Chuck Esposito with us now from Station Casino, Sunset Station. And Chuck, before we get into the legalized gambling stuff, let's hit right at the top. We've got a big hockey game tonight, and the place to be is Sunset Station to watch the Golden Knights.
Is, guys. We've got a big viewing party going on tonight. We got a lot of swag we're giving away. We're giving away 3 jerseys at the end of each period. We have 2 Neal jerseys, a home and away, and a Fleury jersey in between. We've got some T-shirts, some caps, some Foley bottles of wine, VGK bottles of wine. So a lot of cool stuff. So come on out tonight, have some fun. Vegas is down 1-0. Not a usual situation for them in the playoffs so far. They took the command in 1-0 in both the other 2 series. But should be a big game tonight. We expect a big crowd. Doors open at 4 p.m. at Club Madrid.
And we'll talk more about the betting action in that game in just a little bit. But first, obviously, let's get your reaction to what took place in the Supreme Court today. And how does this affect Las Vegas, do you think?
You know, first of all, I don't think it's totally unexpected. I think it was something that we all anticipated would have happened a long time ago. I think we're really unique. I think the overall package that we give guests, I mean, you think about the grandioso sports books that we've built out here to give something back to our guests with the great seating and the great sound system and, of course, the great video display. I think it's the entire package that Vegas has to offer. It's the rooms, it's the entertainment, it's the weather, it's food and beverage specials. So I think a lot will still have to play out, but I don't think anybody really can compete with the offering that we give guests on a daily basis, especially for the big events.
You know, and that's, you just hit on the key word. It's not like, I know there's been some reaction on the web mostly from people outside of Las Vegas who don't really understand the city. Oh boy, this is bad for Nevada, bad for Las Vegas, and it's like we kind of knew this was coming. It was just a matter of when. And Las Vegas has been morphing. It's not the Chuck. I don't even think we're the I don't look at us and say we're the gambling capital of the world anymore. We're the entertainment capital of the world. We've become more and more of a big event city. We've got a brand new stadium going up that's going to enhance that reputation even more. It's not just going to be the Raiders playing there. It's going to be a lot of huge events that will come to Las Vegas and call that new stadium home. We're way ahead of the curve on this. This is not a bad thing for Las Vegas.
Well, I think, Dave, you hit it, too, is that, I mean, you think about T-Mobile and the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, they've become the best home ice advantage in the league, and I know we've talked about it, guys, in other shows where I've gone to a lot of games. I've been fortunate to go to a number of games, and what does everybody around there always ask me? Is it always like this? And I think it's the entertainment aspect. It's everything the park provides and the stadium provides and everything else from weather to from the entertainment to restaurants. I think it's the whole package, and I agree with you. I think there's going to be more events there, and you think about the new stadium and the new stadium being built for the 51s or whatever their new name may be. But I think it all goes hand in hand, that it's just people come out here now, and it's not like an amenity, the Race and Sportsbook. It is part of the package. They come out here for big events like that football game in February or the college basketball tournament or other big events to attend what's going on in our sports books.
All right. Let's get to the games. And we'll begin with Game 1 tonight, or Game 2, I should say, between the Golden Knights and Jets. Game 1, one that Vegas would like to forget. They just came out really flat. I mean, it's just hard to explain how they looked like they were stuck in mud in the first portion of that game, and they paid for it. They need to bounce back tonight. What's happening with the betting line, and where's the action?
Number has come down, guys. I'm not stunned that they lost Game 1. I think if Scheifele was healthy all year for the Jets, they probably would have had home ice advantage throughout and would have been the President's Cup winner. I think they're a really good team. They've got a crazy fan base. They've got an entire country behind them. They just beat the team that most people thought were going to win the Cup. And I throw out that they had a 7-game tough series and less than a 48-hour turnaround. They are a really good team. I think a lot of people have kind of heard them hit the panic button for the Golden Knights, but it's expected that Winnipeg is supposed to hold serve. They're supposed to win the first 2 games there. We're supposed to win the next 2 and make it a 3-game series. So the number has dropped. A lot of action on the Knights. I think they will play a much better game tonight, but I think it's a much bigger story in the Eastern Conference with Washington being up 2-0 on the road than it was with Vegas losing the first game in Winnipeg.
That had to be a good outcome for the books yesterday. Everybody, with Tampa down 0-1 at home, you're going to get a lot of money on the home side.
That was exactly it. As soon as they lost the first game at home, you had to anticipate for Tampa being the favorite now to win it, that the money was going to come back that way. But I think when you look at Washington, guys, the fact that they were able to exercise a lot of demons with getting past Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And in so many sports, we've always seen that team. Look how long it took the Bulls to get past the Pistons. And once they did, how everything changed. And maybe that's the case with Washington. It was 8 attempts that they couldn't get by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Once they got by him, Ovi's playing great. The goalie situation seems to have been worked out. They're confident. And don't forget, this team was down 0-2 to Columbus and going to Columbus in the first round and was able to bounce back. So I think it's a much bigger shocker right now that they're up 2-0 than it is, again, that Vegas is down 1-0. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I really expected Winnipeg to come out and play a good game, game one, and they did. And it wouldn't stun me if they played another good game tonight.
Well, with Chuck Esposito from Sunset Station. And speaking of shocks, I don't think it's a shock by any means that the Celtics were able to beat Cleveland yesterday. It's the way they beat them. It's just an absolute blowout from start to finish. And what has that done in terms of reaction as far as the betting for the rest of the series and for Game 2 is concerned?
Well, I think it's hard to say. I think the first thing would be is that I think there's somewhat of an overreaction on the series price. That I think to drop down to around 6-5 or a little bit higher than that, 6.5 to 5, I think is a huge overreaction. I thought Boston played really well. Cleveland's going to go off Game 2 as the favorite, guys. I'll be stunned if that's not the case. Granted, they walked through Toronto. They had a tough series against Indiana, but without Hayward and Kyrie, I just think it's going to be tough for Boston to win over a 7-game series. Granted, Brad Stevens, who didn't get a vote for Coach of the Year, got these guys believing in themselves. Although they've had some injuries, they still have some depth, and it's a fun team to watch. But it still is the Cavs, and there's no question in my mind they're going to get bet at both the series price and in Game 2.
Chuck, we already mentioned the Caps being up 2-0, but what did you guys do with the series price now that it's 2-0?
They're the favorite. They're minus 360 after those first two wins, and I think if you're the Caps, all you have to do now is win one game at home. You need to take that commanding series lead and go up 3-1. They know what happened to them when they were down 2-0 and were able to go into the visitor team's barn, go into Columbus and win 2, how that changed the entire series and took the momentum back. I think it's big for them to win one of the next two, and if they do, I think it's going to be awfully tough for Tampa. But there's a reason Tampa was the best team in the East. They're really deep. They've got good goaltending. They can score, and they've got some defense. But the way they played through the first two, it's hard to imagine that Washington not winning that series. And if they get by, who knows? As well as they played in that series, Ovi might be looking up at Marc-Andre Fleury for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, who he struggled with in the past.
No question about that. All right, let's get to the main event, because it really is the main event nationally, the series that everybody's been waiting for. All NBA season gets started tonight in Houston as the Rockets play host to the Golden State Warriors. Let's talk about the betting action on this one and what you see happening.
Well, it's kind of ping-pong back and forth, guys, at the current number it's at. I guess if you're the Warriors, you think about motivation is how many times have you looked up, and heard that you're an underdog. And I think for the bettors, the same thing. They probably have to do a double take when they see actually a plus points next to the Golden State Warriors. I think the game will kind of ping-pong a little bit, but I think regardless of what happens in this game, if Houston does happen to win this game, I think similar to what you've seen with Boston and Cleveland, you're going to see Golden State go off the favorite in Game 2. But again, uncharacteristic position for them to be in. You're talking about a team that was the favorite in the series, but the dog in Game 1.
Chuck, have you seen any more action on Houston first half to ride the emotion of, Game 1, the crowd and everything?
We have quarter and first half. I think you always see that, guys. I think you saw it in the Winnipeg series, too, that you knew if Winnipeg got off to a fast start, Vegas would kind of have to weather the first period or the first 10 minutes. So you see that a lot of times in all sports. You look for those angles if it's the first half. I know we talked about it for some of the college basketball tournaments games, but absolutely you have seen some of that Houston action in the first half.
If you're going to be watching the Preakness this weekend to watch Justify probably take the second leg on his way to a run at the Triple Crown, the best place to watch it in town will be Sunset Station. A lot of great horse players out there, and it'll be fun. It'll be a fun atmosphere for what otherwise might be kind of a dull setting. We're not going to pretend that it's going to be one of the great races of all time because, let's face it, going to have an enormous favorite here in Justify. So I'm not sure about the betting aspect, but it's still a good event to check out. And the main event to check out is tonight because a great viewing party set up at Sunset Station. Talk about both those things.
Yeah, real quick on the Preakness guys. I know that he might not have a big field to run against, but I still think if he wins that race, and he's going to go off at 1-5 or greater, I think it's that maybe we do have that special horse, and we know the hype that surrounded American Pharoah when he won it and how it hadn't happened in 37 years. So if that does take place, although maybe not a great race, I look at it reverse, is that 3 weeks from Saturday and the hype that's going to lead up to that, we can do a lot of really cool things, and I think it would be great for horse racing and our books. And tonight, it's our third installment of our Vegas Golden Knights viewing parties in Club Madrid. We got a lot of swag. We're giving away jerseys, caps, wine bottles, T-shirts, great food and beverage specials. It's just a lot of fun. We're actually doing it again on Sunday. Sunday for Game 5. It's an afternoon game at noon. Puck drops at noon. We'll be opening the doors at 11. But come on over tonight. It's free, open to the public. Everybody gets a drawing ticket, so you have a chance to win one of these great prizes and have some fun. So we'll see how it all works out for the Knights tonight, but we know that the party will be rocking in Club Madrid.
No question. The only other place to be would be in Winnipeg, I suppose, and you'd be in a minority. There.
You got to have a whiteout to be in Winnipeg, guys.
Yeah, no whiteout at Sunset Station tonight at Club Madrid.
Now, it should. I heard the cars are even whiteout in Winnipeg with the excitement of what's going on for their Jets. So I think it'll be a tough battle tonight, but I think it's a good test, and I do think the Knights will play a much better game tonight.
So do I. All right, Chuck, great information as always. We will talk to you very soon, and enjoy the action at your spot tonight.
All right, thanks, guys. Hope to see you guys out there. I'll talk to you soon.
Chuck Esposito, he does a tremendous job at Sunset Station. I have not been to the viewing parties.
I've been to two of them.
The
They've
games,
been good.
I know you've said they just absolutely great time.
Absolutely, and the gifts they give them, these are legitimate game jerseys. They usually have 2 flurries that they give away. Tonight they're giving 2 Neils and 1 flurry. So good stuff. And then the last 2 times they've had a guy outside Club Madrid selling sports memorabilia. I added another collection to my home office wall. Got a nice Marc-Andre Fleury framed Vegas Knights uniform, and 3 small shots, 1 big shot. Pretty cool.
I was checking the Twitter account to see if maybe there was a possibility that he might make an appearance tonight. I have not seen any information that Marc-Andre Fleury will be at the viewing party. I know he'll be watching the game someplace.
He's gotten a lot of time on Facebook and
cute
Twitter.
Little dog.
Absolutely.
And now he's had this picture,
with Fleury.
Picture with the actual,
so
with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably have his own Facebook page before it's done.
I think he does.
Oh, he does already?
I know he's got his own Twitter page, so I assume he's probably got a Facebook page as well. He's a cute little dog, good dog, and he obviously has good taste in hockey teams. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get to our Joe's Angle of the Day and start previewing more of tonight's action, including the Warriors and Rockets.
The Las Vegas Sportsline.
I'm Burton Hughes, General Manager here at Subaru of Las Vegas. We'd like to welcome you to visit us anytime, whether you're looking for a new Subaru or just a nice hot latte or cold slushie. Our warm, friendly store experience is why Subaru of America awarded us with their highest level of recognition for outstanding customer service, the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. You see, your interest in Subaru makes you more than a customer, you're a kindred spirit. So stop in and say hello. You're always welcome here. SubaruofLasVegas.com.
Passing a big semi can be dangerous and deadly. So when you pass one, look for both its headlights in your mirror before you pull back in front. That's a safe distance for both of you. Big rigs need big room. Learn more at badgeonboard.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $9 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-925-5048 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-925-5048 to take your call now. Call 800-925-5048. That's 800-925-5048. Again, 800-925-5048.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dragging your big, bulky CPAP device with you whenever you leave home? Yeah, well, I was too. That's why I'm so glad I called to try the Transcend Mini